it will behoove you well to be conscious of what you are thinking. Your thoughts are power. Your thoughts are electromagnetic energy. Your thoughts create reality. Your belief structures are the idea construct of your universe, and you, dear ones, are the central sun of your universe. Always, always, it is for you to examine what it is that you do believe. There are boxes that you inhabit within your consciousness, and now it is time to collapse the walls of these boxes, to move into an expanded consciousness, an expanded awareness. All you need to be aware of is to put forth the desire, and you will find that you will bring to you the situations for learning, for the understandings of what you believe, day by day. What you believe about who you are. Utmost simplicity, this. What do you believe about yourself? And it is not to negate any part of it. It is merely to accept and acknowledge that that is who you are. That is how you grow. So simple, dear ones, so very simple. Beloved one, you are coming into new dimensions of who you are. Is it not wondrous? But it is you who does it. It is not I, because you are the creator of your reality. Now you may certainly call me forth to share it with you, but it is you who creates this wondrousness. It is you who raises the harmonic. It is not I who is doing this. That is the capability of all of humanity, not only for the energy exchange with that which is I, but indeed the energy exchange with all your brothers and sisters out there in the universe. And as you raise harmonics of your own vibratory frequency, so it is you who will draw to wondrous energy from all of humanity about you in this dimension. Because you see, beloved, what occurs is that as the frequency is raised, so you become irresistible. Is not that wonderful? Indeed. When you return to your home this evening, it is good for you to look in the mirror and know how wonderful you are and give thanks to who you are. Humanity, no matter how often it hears it, insists that they are separate. You are not. All of you truly understand that there is no separation, that there is no separation between you, your planet, every single human, every leaf, every flower, every rock and creature. You are all woven into one tapestry. You are not separate from your soul. You are not separate from the divine source. You are not separate from any facet of who you are. Who you are is wondrous indeed. And as you come more and more into the acceptance of the wonder that you are, so more and more in your consciousness you will be understanding in its fullness the multidimensional aspects of self. Until you acknowledge who you are, there will always be the pain of separation. When you can allow transmutation to occur, when you experience the ecstasy of oneness with the whole universe, so little by little the separation will become less and less. It may only occur through the acceptance and acknowledgement and the love for self. It does not occur by hiding in fear. Who you are in your grandeur is awesome. What you are truly, beloved ones, is one facet of every jewel of your universe. Every facet of you makes up that facet. There is nothing about you, nothing, which is unacceptable to the divine source. You do not have to do anything. It is simply to be who you are, and in the being, and in the acknowledgement, and in the embracement of every facet, you create the change you fervently desire. But you cannot do it. You can only be it. And each of you is a part unfolding. Each of you with your face turned to what is the divine light. And each of you is coming into the understanding that you are truly divine expression. What you truly are is God smelling the rose. Look into your heavens and see the glory of the moon, and know that you are also in that awesome beauty. She knows how beautiful she is. It gives her great delight. And so it is that the contemplation of your own beauty, no matter how it is reflected to you, will give you grand delight. And so, at this time in your history, many of you who are stepping forth in your adventure of consciousness become at times overwhelmed with what appears to be greater and greater chaos coming forth in your time. And everywhere you look is greater devastation, and the plans for yet more. Everywhere, when you open up your newspapers and when watching your television and listening to your radio, there is that which truly makes the heart sink. Everywhere, there is the lusting for power, the greed, and you ask yourself, where will it all end? And is indeed all this talk about the changes to come and the talk of enlightenment merely some remote dream? Or is it something which will happen to somebody else beyond our time? Dear ones, as it is that you are growing in your understanding of how the universe works, how it truly operates, and as your expansion becomes accelerated, and as indeed it is, as your time and perception is becoming accelerated, we would wish you to understand that from your new points of knowing, all of what you call corrupt in your environment becomes exposed. In your heightened awareness and your growing consciousness of humanity, nothing remains hidden. Everything is coming into light, open for inspection. That which you sometimes think is only a dream, a pipe dream indeed, may be known as the darkness exposed. As the consciousness expands, as the God-Goddess arises, so is the darkness open to be embraced into the light. Do not be too harsh in your judgment of those who are power brokers. Look at what lies beneath it all. Look at what lies beneath the thirst for war, the lies, the power, corruption, greed, murder, and torture. Look beyond what is even greater dis-easement in humanity. It is not there to be judged, beloved ones. It is there to be taken into your heart, to be embraced, to know that as you may, without judgment, enfold these people into your heart, so indeed you will change the reality. Now know also that everything you behold, that you judge to be dis-easement, to be corruption of power, to be devastation on your planet, all of these things that you judge are part of who you are, a mirror, a grand reflection to you all. So it is not to judge what you perceive to be outside, but to be observed in the knowing of it being the same aspect within yourself. And you embrace that, so you can do no less outside of yourself, and you are creating the change. And it is indeed to observe in your life how it is that you are shackled to your past, what is called hanging on, what is called superstition, blame, and holding other people responsible for your happiness or unhappiness. Know that every time you blame and every time you judge yourself to be a victim of your past, you are not taking responsibility. Guilt about your past is also not taking responsibility. Responsibility has nothing to do with blame, beloved ones. Guilt, indeed, as we have said before, is merely the lesson not learned. There are those in your world who have suffered guilt for the perpetration of great cruelty upon humanity. But we would tell you that in truth there is no such thing as